As you can see, it is very much not January 2014. In fact, it's September 2013. But like all good Christmas and New Year's promotions, I'm recording this video in September. Why not? There's something I want to talk about, and I want to talk about in September. September has been a very important month for me. September 2013. In fact, 2013 has been an important month for me. So I wanted to record this video now, even though I'll be showing it to you in January. A quick aside, imagine you're watching this and it's January, and you're watching all these sort of promotions, videos, websites that are advertising dieting or New Year's resolutions, detox this and detox that and blah blah blah, New Year's resolutions, boring. These promotions, these videos were all recorded in September and October. I have a question for you. Whilst the sun dazzles my face, I have a question for you. Listen closely, okay? Are you that predictable? I'm looking at you closely, right? I want you to think about this. Hear that question, let it be in your body again. Are you that predictable? Okay, so I have got something a little different. I'm just going to read loads of quotes without really explaining them. These quotes appeared in my brand new ebook on Kindle, Amazon Kindle, called, let me remember, Wonderful and Marvellous, Daily Empowering Quotes About You, by Steve M. Nash. Now these quotes I've taken, they speak to a certain truth about the human experience that I will go on about in another video, or on my new smnash.com website, which I'm changing to be focused around my new coaching practice that starts in January. Woohoo! The quotes I've got here talk about what I'll be talking about in my coaching, okay? But before I go into these quotes, and I'm just going to read them slowly, no explanations, but before I talk about that, it's September. Why is September important for me? Well, romance. A big romance definitely ended this month for me. One of those the one relationships that you have such high hopes for. It wasn't a surprise completely, but there's a deep sadness about it. And I think the end of that relationship really kind of sparked something in me, sort of a newfound strength. Not that says I don't need another woman, or I don't need a woman, or anything like that. I don't need to be with somebody, because I don't need to be with somebody, but I want to be with somebody. But it's just a newfound strength was kind of born or allowed to sort of show itself. The last few months have been odd months for me. In fact, the first quote, which is the last quote in this list, "Who looks outside dreams, who looks inside awakes," by Carl Jung. That is kind of what I've been doing the last few months. I haven't really been working much. I've just been with my feelings, my fears, my hopes, and just sort of seeing what came. And it was very It's very bright. I wasn't doing much. I was just sat in my garden here. Beautiful place, totally fantastic. Trees, birds. I love it here. Just being in the moment as much as possible and being with my feelings and my fears, and it was a great experience. And on the surface I was doing nothing, you know, a bit like that Buddha geezer who was sat below a tree doing nothing until, you know, he got enlightened. I didn't get enlightened, but I saw a lot of things about me, a lot of truths about me, a lot of truths about everybody, just by being in that space. And in September, so September sort of had that feel about it. And 2013 has had that feel as well, because my relationship has been dying all you know, all year really. And it's not a nice thing to be with. But I've also decided, I decided in April this year to, well, when I say this year, I mean last year, because it's 2014 now, remember. You're really cold, unless you live in Australia, because they're upside down over there, and it's hot when it should be cold. You know, stupid Aussies. In 2013, I decided to be a transformative coach. I decided for a career change, and it feels good to do that. So it's been a really big year. And this month has been the sort of focus of that year, focus of that sort of bigness. And that's why I'm doing this video in September, even though you'll be watching it in January. So, enough Steve M. Nash waffle. Bring on the quotes. Here we go. Okay. Real difficulties can be overcome. It is only the imaginary ones that are unconquerable. Theodore N. Vail. Nothing lasts forever. Not even your troubles. Arnold H. Glasgow. Be curious, not judgmental. Walt Whitman. It is the mark of an educated mind to be able to entertain a thought without accepting it. Aristotle. You can have anything you want if you are willing to give up the belief that you can't have it. Robert Anthony. Not bad, eh? I've got 5 more, and these 5 are my favourites. Yes. Tension is who you think you should be. Relaxation is who you are. That is a Chinese proverb. How soon will you realise that the only thing you don't have is a direct experience that there's nothing you need that you don't have? Ken Keyes Jr. Uncertainty is the only certainty there is, and knowing how to live with insecurity is the only security. John Allen Paulos. Everything has its wonders, even darkness and silence, and I learn, whatever state I may be in, therein to be content. The wonderful Helen Keller. This is the last one. You've already heard it. I still need to read it though, because my memory is terrible. Who looks outside dreams, who looks inside awakes. Carl Jung. So, quite a few really big quotes to get you going for January 2014. Gosh, I'm looking pretty brown. Sorry if I've been looking at myself, but I'm kind of, you know, sometimes I need to see what you look like. But yeah, I'll look back at you and I'll look you in the eyes. By the way, how predictable are you? So I can, that's better for me, but you can't see my eyes. Oh dear. I tell you what, the inside out understanding, which is what my coaching is going to be based on, has helped me do one thing in particular a lot more, and that's laugh. great. Nothing seems that serious anymore. Even the biggest heartbreak of my whole life, I can giggle about it. You know, I've got a couple of punch bags that are worn out. But that's a joke, by the way. I can laugh about it. Feel pain, laugh anyway. There's a quote for you from somebody. Maybe I just coined it, I don't know. Anyway, I'm going to wish you a happy 2014. I'm going to wish that you open your heart a bit more, that you take some more risks, and that you show up as yourself a little bit more than you have done so far in your life. For when you do that, beautiful, beautiful things happen. And if you want some clues as to how to do that, you can get some coaching with me, or you can buy, for a very cheap price, my new book on Amazon Kindle called Wonderful and Marvellous, Daily Empowering Quotes About You by Steve M. Nash. Thank you for watching on this very, very sunny, cold January. That's really September 2013. I bid you farewell. And one last question. How predictable are you? Bye-bye.